Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Demon Slayer. Last time around we had Pretend Family, where basically Rui was not dead yet. He cut off his own head before Tanjiro ever got the chance to. And so he was going to kill Tanjiro. Luckily, Gyu showed up and was able to defeat him using the 11th water-breathing form, Dead Calm. And then basically, after that, we got the last remaining Spider family member, the sister, being taken care of by Shinobu, who is oh so terrifying. Yeah, not the sister. I mean Shinobu. Shinobu is genuinely terrifying, but I mean I can't say I'm not turned on. So, but I probably shouldn't say that. Meh. Anyway. With that, because she was able to kill the sister with her poison that can kill a demon, which is crazy. Yeah, that was pretty much it. We have finished out the spider arc, I guess, and now, who knows what's going to happen now. Hopefully our boys get some nice R&R after this, because all three of our main boys are hurting, you know? And Nezuko, too. She needs to get some sleep, so yeah. Anywho, like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Demon Slayer. Here we go. Alright, now I don't know how I'm going to look up, I have an idea of how to look up random background character in this episode of Demon Slayer, but I have to look this up, or else it's going to drive me insane. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Derek Stephen Prince. Alright, well, it was worth a shot, but but that is not. Dang it. That would have been so cool. I would love Wayne Grayson to be doing more modern anime stuff instead of only Yu-Gi-Oh! But oh well, doesn't matter. We've been arrested. Oh boy. So, okay. Interesting stuff. I like that it makes sense that that Tomioka doesn't immediately recognize them. Like, that was one time years ago, you know? But, I mean, as he said, 2 years ago. But that was interesting that, I did like that he's there to defend them, because of everyone who we have ever met, the first person who helped Tanjiro and Nezuko was Tomioka, you know? He was the first one to help them. And the first one to believe that perhaps they were different. Perhaps Nezuko could be a human again, you know? Alrighty. Man, it's interesting stuff. It's very, very interesting stuff. Especially in relation to Tomioka, which I guess I'm just going to say that from now on instead of... I've been saying Gyu all season, but it seems they generally call him Tomioka, so I'll go to that, basically. So if that's pretty much what everyone calls him, I don't know why I make a big deal about this, but I like to say what people normally say, you know? So, I mean, it's the same thing of, like, I don't know, nobody says Katsuki. They say Bakugo, you know? Or not many people say Izuku. They either say Deku or they say Midoriya, you know? And it's sort of a similar thing here, where it's like, well, I don't know. I didn't want to be the cringy new Demon Slayer fan who kept calling him Gyu, but I did. So, whatever. Tomioka. That's what we're going with. But it's interesting because, like, yeah, he's, you know, he's the one who spared Nezuko, who sent Tanjiro to Urokodaki, But even still, like, he's not, I don't know, he's not fully in the sympathy of demons, But I mean, he can't understand a demon in the same way that Tanjiro can, Even just from, his own, he knows. I mean, there's a level of empathy he can have for them just on the fact that his sister is also a demon. But there is the scent, that the fact that he knows that they are feeling regret and remorse, And even if they have done these horrible things, if anything, they are victims, And it's not something that anybody can understand, but Tanjiro does, Because that's the thing, is that it's like, yes, Tomioka is correct that it's like, well, this is a demon. He's been, terrorizing people for decades, And that is true. But you also have to think that he was just a person, He was just a normal kid, and then, he was changed. He was transformed. Even though, yes, he may have been lured in with, a good promise, like, oh, I will make you stronger, But it really wasn't a good thing that he had, It wasn't good that he became a demon, If he ended up losing his humanity, losing his parents, So that's honestly it, is that, yes, Tanjiro will not hesitate to defeat a demon, to bring his sword down on their neck. He will not hesitate to defeat a demon and kill it. But he knows that demons are the victims, Demons are the original victims of Muzan Kibutsuji, That's the thing. That's the thing. They are the original victims. Humans came next because of the demon's hunger, Well, I mean, if you don't want to get technical, okay, they are just as equal victims as humans are, Because it is not, it is not their general want to eat humans. It's just their biology that they must devour humans, Like, I would doubt that Rui ever wanted to eat his brother, Which I believe is what that scene was showing, was that it was his brother specifically. But I don't think he would have ever wanted to do that, He did it because that demon side of him, it came over him, And now we understand Rui and this whole spider family as well, He was worried about it, that he didn't have that great parental bond that he had once heard about in a legend, And at the end, he realized he made a mistake. But it was too late. And over time that faded from his own memory. But the drive to have that family bond, that stayed. Hoy. That's so crazy. It's also interesting. It's also interesting that they do kind of give a sense of closure to the demons, Because, like you would almost... I would almost think that it would be like, well, I made my mistakes. I'm not going to be with my parents in the afterlife. I'm going to hell. And it's like, even though he has atoned, he regrets what he has done. Maybe there isn't a happy ending for him. But there is. In death, he is reunited with his parents. Now, I don't think I think that's to imply maybe they're not in heaven, or, what is heaven and hell to what is heaven and hell in this, but it's a very interesting thing, It's a very interesting idea, but at the very least he is with his parents now. He has atoned and he is with his parents, and that's something, So it's interesting that even a demon like him, a member of the 12 Kizuki, could have something like that, Demons are victims. Demons are just as much victims as the humans that are killed, All of this is the fault of Muzan Kibutsuji. And that's just where we are. But perhaps things can look up. Perhaps they can defeat him, and perhaps they can save some of the demons he has created. But that needs to be explained. That needs to be explained to some of the demon slayers. Like Shinobu. Because I don't blame her. I don't blame her for what she's doing, because she sees a demon, She sees a demon, she's doing her job, I don't blame any of the demon slayers for thinking like that, but yeah, so she was gonna do it. She was gonna, and I mean, to her credit, when she heard, it's Tanjiro's sister, then she was at least willing to be like, well, okay, then I'll make it a painless death, But Tomioka out here trying to protect them, even if they don't fully agree on things, he sees something in the two of them and he's going to protect them. So that was good. And I also just like, I want more of the dynamic between Tomioka and Shinobu, because that was really funny. It's like, oh, you don't realize that nobody likes you, and he's just like, I think a couple people like me. It's just like, that sort of, grand, stoic, cool persona just sort of dipped away just a bit. It's like, I think some people like me. And they're just like, oh, honey. No. It's like, I think of all the people, Shinobu, like, he probably thought Shinobu was a friend, honestly, in their own weird way. But it's like, I don't know if it's that she's his friend or that she is just so ungodly nice. And I don't know. There is sort of there's a meme of, how do introverts make friends? I don't know if I've said this on a video recently or not. I don't care. But how do introverts make friends? They don't. An extrovert finds them, likes them, and adopts them. That's basically what I'm getting from the dynamic of Shinobu and Tomioka, is that she is definitely the extrovert here, and basically adopted him, even though, it may not even be that she likes him, it's just that she's the only person who might talk to him. I don't know. But that was kind of funny, him just being like, I think some people like me, It's just, oh, buddy. And then I like him getting her in a headlock, and her just being fine to an extent with it, It's just like, why are you doing this, Like, she's still, like, nothing about her mood, like, changes at all, I like when he was about to he was about to tell her, and she was like, is this another long-winded story? I don't care, And then she had a freaking knife in her shoe. She was ready to stab him in the eye or something. That was gonna be crazy. But luckily those crows came in with the save that, enough of a save that Tanjiro and Nezuko were to be arrested and brought before the Hashiras. So that's something. That's something. We've been arrested. Also, there's the Kakushi, which is interesting. The cleanup crew of the Demon Corps, the Demon Slayer Corps, which is that makes sense. That makes sense that there would be a whole batch of people there. They're like because it's like, oh, they don't really they don't have very good skills with a sword. It's like they're like the business class, the business course in My Hero Academia. It's like, yeah, they're going to hero school, but they're not there to be heroes. They're just there, they're support, they're business, or the support course, They're not heroes. They help the heroes, So I like that. That's an interesting idea. That's probably where Zenitsu should have been all this time. That's the place that Zenitsu should be, But yeah, and then it looks like the Kakushi have two. Basically, they're led by two demon slayers. One being Shinobu, the other being the girl from Final Selection. So she's certainly moved up in the world. She's moved up further than the boys have. So good for her. Good for her. I'm glad. The clearly, like, I'm gonna say she just seems like she would be Shinobu's sister. Like the two of them seem very, very similar. So. And then we did also have her going after Nezuko for a little bit. That was kind of funny. That Nezuko shrank into a child and then just kept jumping and trying to avoid her. That was funny. And we did also get the iconic shot of Nezuko running. That's like the only other thing you know about Demon Slayer, So yeah. So we have been arrested by the Demon Slayer Corps. I guess because they're finally going to be like, what are you doing? And so... Now, luckily, he's already convinced, Zenitsu. Well, I don't want to say he's convinced Inosuke, but Inosuke doesn't care anymore. And then he's somewhat convinced. I mean, I'm sure the biggest, defense for him is going to be Tomioka there, But I would love if Urokodaki came in too, This is going to bring up the question, does the Demon Slayer Corps know about Miss Tameo? I would assume they would, but I don't know. Like, that would be really interesting. Like, you'd think that they would... I mean, if not, hey, they could use a demon ally against Kibutsuji, So, I don't know. We'll have to see. And unfortunately, we did not get Rui's blood, which is a shame. It is a shame we did not get Rui's blood to give to Tameo, even though he was a member of the 12 Kizuki. So, yeah, we're going to have to work on that. Definitely. But, we've been arrested. Where are we going to go from here? I don't know. Is this going to be like a court case of like the defense of Nezuko? I don't know. But we'll have to find out. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Demon Slayer reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.